LG has something big and powerful to show us later this year, or at least that's what rumors are pointing at. That would be a new phone, naturally, the LG V30, as it is expected to be called. In this video, you are going to discover the latest info concerning the design, the specifications, the price and the release date of the future LG V30. The purpose of the LG V30 is quite simple: to be the most technologically advanced smartphone LG's mobile division is capable of creating and to be a worthy successor to the LG V20 from last year. How is that going to be achieved isn't exactly clear yet, but there is plenty of rumors to fill in the blanks with. Here's what we think we know about the LG V30 so far. Until now there have been no leaks claiming to depict an actual LG V30. What we do have instead is a set of concept renders brought to light by Evan Blass aka Evlex on Twitter. Embedded in this video, these show a handset with a secondary touchscreen display. Part of the additional screen is shown at all times, acting as a ticker for notifications, and sliding vertically allows it to be fully accessed. Now, before you get too excited, there's an important note to be made. While these are said to be official concept images of Project Joan, as the V30 is believed to be referred to internally, there's absolutely no guarantee that the final product is still headed in that direction. For all we know, the idea visualized here could have been long scrapped. But if you're wondering what this rather unique form factor would be useful with, here's another set of images showing a few practical examples where the secondary screen hosts the virtual keyboard or shortcut buttons to various features. Our thoughts? It is certainly great to see that LG is experimenting with novel ideas, but we are left wondering if the slide-out form factor would be a suitable match for a device of this caliber. After all, the LG V10 and V20 both shipped with 5.7-inch screens, and we doubt that the V30 will ship with anything smaller. Adding a sliding mechanism to a device would make it thicker, heavier, and quite tall when extended, all while being a potential point of failure. But then again, the size and weight of the 5.4-inch BlackBerry Priv were acceptable, so a vertically sliding LG V30 is certainly not impossible to design. We just hope that the practical benefits would be worth the complication if LG chooses to follow that trail. On the topic of design, rumor has it that the LG V30 will sport a glass back, which can be interpreted as both good and bad news, depending on what your priorities are. On one hand, a glass back could end up looking quite fancy and would allow LG to add wireless charging as a standard option. But on the other, glass would be quite easy to crack. So while the V10 and V20 complied with military standard drop tests, the V30 might not. At this time we have no clues indicating that the LG V30 would be water resistant like the LG G6. It will most certainly lack any kind of ingress protection if it is built around the sliding form factor conceptualized above. As we mentioned above, the LG V10 and V20 came with 5.7-inch LCD displays, and the V30 isn't likely to sport anything smaller. But for now, the exact diagonal size of the LG V30's display remains unknown. Its aspect ratio is also shrouded in mystery. It could stick to 16:9 proportions, as seen on phones like the LG V20, or might adopt the taller, 18:9 ratio of the LG G6. We don't mind the latter, actually. This would make the phone narrower, thus easier to hold, and we have nothing against that, knowing how tricky to wield the V20 was. While the size and proportions of the V30 screen are still in the air, we know with certainty that it's going to be of the AMOLED variety. This has not been officially disclosed, but we have Google's confirmation that LG's next flagship, which is coming later this year, will support its Daydream VR technology. One of the technical requirements for Daydream compatibility is an AMOLED display. We highly doubt that LG will be cutting any corners with the V30. Rumors have named the Snapdragon 835 as the chip of choice, along with 6 GB of RAM. Built-in storage should be no less than 64 GB, and microSD card support is not out of the question. When the LG V20 launched, It was the first phone to run Android 7.0 Nougat out of the box. Therefore, it seems logical to assume that the V30 will ship with Android O preloaded. Knowing that the next major Android version is coming later this summer, this could very well be the case. There's no doubt that the LG V30 will be equipped with an advanced set of cameras, probably one similar to what we have on the LG V20 and the LG G6. In other words, one regular, all-purpose camera would be your primary shooter, while the secondary camera will boast a wide-angle lens that captures more of the scene from the same distance. Rumor has it that two cameras will be also present on the front of the device, but their advantage over a single camera arrangement isn't known. Just like the LG V20 and the LG V10 before it, the LG V30 is expected to be equipped with plenty of features that allow it to capture high-quality audio and video, advanced microphones, a powerful audio DAC, and equally capable software to drive the process. As a reminder, the V20 came with full manual camera controls while shooting photo and video, as well as with a sophisticated audio recorder app. As we mentioned above, the LG V30 is expected to come with a glass back in order to allow wireless charging to be implemented. That's because neither the Qi nor the PowerMint wireless charging standard works through metal. Having a glass back will most certainly mean that the V30 will have a non-removable battery. As far as capacity goes, your guess is as good as ours. Most major smartphone announcements happen during trade shows, and this is likely to be the case with the LG V30. The phone is rumored to be announced at IFA in Berlin, which starts on September 1st. The announcement of the V30, however, is expected to be made on August 31st, which is a day before the event kicks off. Korea is likely going to be the first market where the LG V30 will launch, followed by other markets soon after. The V series has been available in a limited number of countries, presumably due to it being a niche device, but we're confident that a US launch is in the cards. Pricing will stand at no less than $700. What are your thoughts on the LG V30? Tell us in comments. To discover more LG and Android related content, don't hesitate to subscribe to the S Sorrels channel.